Hello, folks. Hello, and welcome to the Choo podcast. We're back. We're here. We're talking, folks. It's me, John. I'm here. Hello, Maverick. You're also here as well.
Hey, what's up?
Let me tell you what's up. I'm looking on
Yeah?
Facebook, and I'm looking at the group that I am in. I'm in a Facebook group called the Switch Physical Game Hunters. And but up front, I'm just gonna say it is a useful place if you are actually looking to buy Switch games. Like if you're like, hey, I want to get some physical Switch games, it's good for that. But there's some crazy ass people in here. There's some real characters. They might as well call this the USA Network because characters are welcome here, and I'm just scrolling through, looking at what's going on in here. I like to just check it out every day. I feel like the correct response to a lot of these posts should just be, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What is this? Where did you get this?" For example, there is a poster in here who says that they have 930 Switch games.
Why? Why?
I don't know. There are some games that this person is showing off that is just, I don't know what's going on. This game is called Your Local Railway for Nintendo Switch. It's a Japanese import. I can't find any information about it. I googled it, could not find any information about it. Has like real life people's heads on like tiny bodies. I think it's some kind of like party game. It looks like 'cause there's like a dice, a die on it. I can't. I don't know what game this is, and I don't think this person knows what game this is. I think they just
for the
bought it.
record, for the record, this is not like some weird like off-brand Densha to go.
No, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, if it was that, I would probably just be like, all right, yeah, sure, you know, let's play, let's drive trains, let's go by train. No fucking idea what this is. Again, I don't think this person knows either. Like, I don't know. So many people on here just buy Switch games to buy them, and like, look, I have a pretty sizable Switch game collection. I'd say maybe maybe I'm bad at like gauging numbers here, but I probably have like 35, 40 maybe. Just from collecting over the years, grabbing stuff during good deals, you know, like, oh hey, this is $15, I'll pick it up, that sort of thing. This is just unfathomable to me. Like I've gone out of my way a handful of times to get some physical games. You know, like I've been like, yeah, you know, I've imported games. This group has made me consider and then pull the trigger on importing video games from like Hong Kong. But God, just the amount of people on here that are just like, I just bought this just to put it on my shelf. I'm never gonna play this. I can't do it. I can't imagine living this way. Oh, here's the same person. They posted getting a Boy and His Blob on Switch and some other stuff, but for some reason they posed their games with the Aladdin Disney Infinity toy.
All right.
And it's just like, what's going on? There was a picture where some guy like took a bunch of pictures of like all of his games and just like propped them up on this piano with like a picture of let me see if I can find it. I think it was like a Stevie Wonder on the piano. And he was just like, ignore the piano and the picture, here's my games. And it's like, dude, like, how can I ignore that? There's just so much shit going on here. It's beautiful. It is just this encapsulation of this type of person, and I love it. I love to see humanity at work here. that's what I'm doing, I suppose. That is the update of what I've been doing with my free time, I suppose. Maverick, have you been up to anything in specific here?
Not particularly. I think like the biggest thing is now that I'm trying to get myself like this past week has been hotter than anticipated, and you know, I don't know how to feel about 60-degree weather in the middle of February, or the fact that we're 18 days into February and there's been no snow. I'm a little nervous about that. But using that, time, I guess, where it's not miserable out, I decided to walk a little bit more. And my main thing is like I just finally tried like this one cafe that's like nearby me, and it's pretty good.
Good. What'd you get?
Oof, what did I get? I've been there a few times now. They've got some solid drip coffee options. They got like this iced mocha that I tried, and it's like got a really good like chocolatey taste to it, with like a little bit of cinnamon, like super solid. They had this breakfast smoothie that I tried, super just like a nice little like additional sweet for the day. But today I actually picked up the on weekends they do this like vegan waffle. So it's like a vegan maple waffle, and then they have like vegan egg scramble. I don't think it's tofu, or if it is, and they do a really good job of just loading it up with turmeric to really simulate like that egg feel, and like some vegan ham. Not something not like too big, but overall just nice little way to start the day.
That does sound good. Definitely sounds good. Yeah, I mean, God, just finding a nice place to go that's easy to get to and has great food. That is just the ideal. It's exactly what you want.
Yeah, John, or this got brought up in another. This got brought up in another server that I'm in, and I was curious if Texas has this as well. Like, excuse me. When I talk about the Chinese restaurant board, do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Like, picture yourself, you're going to a Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
And you walk in, you see the counter to order, and in some location, either up top or maybe at the bottom, there is the board of faded like offerings from the menu.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. I mean, they have that in Florida even. Like my favorite
I was gonna
Chinese
say, like,
place.
we were talking about it, and it's like apparently there are just some places that don't have that. Like, and I'm not talking about they're actually like a dim sum place, or they offer something more specific, like a Sichuan or like a Hunan kind of a food. Like, still would be like tradition, like American Chinese, but doesn't have the menu board.
Right. No, see, the thing is that it's a little hard to think about, because the one big bummer around here is that, at least to me, a lot of the Chinese places around here just do not fit my tastes. They are not, which, it's my personal thing. Like, I've definitely talked to other people around here who have been like, yeah, no, I like this Chinese place, and I've been there, and then I would just be like, not really my thing. Like, I don't know, I guess just I'm used to how it was in Florida, where it was very simple. Like, around here, it feels like it is very overdone. Like, they're putting, like, fucking, they're just putting too much shit in there. Like, they're like, okay, yeah, here's your egg drop soup, but we're also gonna put, like, a bunch of peas in there, and,
what?
like, I don't know. It's just like it's that sort of thing. They're overdoing it around here.
That's too many white people complaining on Yelp.
Exactly. I'm just like, no, I just want egg drop soup. Like, I just want egg drop soup. I don't need peas. I don't need a bunch of like half cooked peppers just like laying around in my food that's not like, it doesn't feel like it was cooked together. It definitely feels like someone was complaining about how things were made and then they adjusted it, and it just feels wrong. So I don't really eat Chinese as much as I did back in Florida, because in Florida it was just like, yeah, I would pay like $6. I would get, I would get whatever kind of chicken and like rice and veggies, and then I would get an egg drop soup, and it's like, that's it. Like, they cooked it all together in a way that felt like an actual meal, and not just like, oh, we just grabbed a bunch of random shit and threw it in the styrofoam.
You got to check what the Yelp reviews are like, specifically if they're bad. Because if they're bad Yelp reviews, you might be getting into some gold.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
No,
But,
it was just like wild to me where like I was talking with a few people where it's like, oh, we'll try this, like there's this place that you'll try out, like maybe to see if like that's got the vibe, because like I take for granted here in New York City that there are so many of those. Shout out to my favorite Chinese restaurant that was pretty good that I used to live around, literally called Good Chinese Restaurant.
not fucking around. They just
Not fucking
Just
around.
let you know. They just let you know. I respect it.
If there's a name that you can't like necessarily like define either, like if it's just like a mix of like nouns, that's also a good. That's also giving you an idea, like Golden Unicorn or like Yummy 56.
If it's got a number in there, you know it's good. Absolutely. Like if it's like, like China Fun 2, then you know it's good because that's the second one they opened, and it's like, yeah, they're good enough that they were able to open up another one. Like that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Check out Dirty the Windows Are. Check out like whether or not they still have stuff for a grand opening.
Exactly.
Because none of that matters. What does matter is that they know how to cook their shit.
Big agree. So in between delicious meals, we got up to gaming. And there's some news too. It wasn't as Nintendo centric as last week, I guess, but we got some news, and people sent in like a million trillion questions. So I'm gonna say let's dive into it. Let's hit some of the news real quick, and then we definitely want to try to get to as many of these questions as possible.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. So, first off here, let's see. Start this off. Let's give a quick shout out to the itch.io bundle that is going on currently, called the Trans Witches or Witches bundle. It is a $60 bundle where you get to buy $308 worth of games and other ephemera from LGBTQ creators who made games, zines, music, etc., etc. And you just drop that $60 and you'll be able to play and or experience a bunch of wizard and witch content that is not involved with particular shitheads out there. Just a shout out to that, I guess. It's not necessarily like there's not like a full on news story about that. It's just, hey, this exists. Go check it out if you're interested. And and also, you know what? Just a quick thought that I have, like seeing the trending topics here and there. You know it's a good way to not get yelled at for playing a specific video game. It's just not playing that video game. You could just not do that. Just a quick concept. There are other games out there.
There are other games out there. If you find yourself in a position where you think, well, this is not, because like, there are probably people that do get access to review codes regardless of whether or not they want stuff, or like something just happens upon them and it's like, yeah, I'll try this out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to make that public.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is hard to feel bad for someone when the options that are available are either, you know, I'm just simply posting everything that I'm doing in a public forum for everyone to see. I am goateeing my entire experience here. Or you just, take a few weeks to be like, in your minute of it, and then you just come back to be like, yeah, all right, I had my experience, here are my thoughts. On to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know,
Truly.
funnily enough, keep it in relation to, like, which stuff, that's how I treated Bayo 3. Because I saw a lot of the stuff coming out, and then only after I fully finished it did I come out with all of my content for it.
It's this guilty conscience thing that I think a lot of the internet has imposed on folks. And again, like, some things you should feel a little guilty for, like perhaps this specifically, but it is that constant need to be absolved that gets in the way of just being a normal person. Because you could just be like, yeah, you know what? I tried this shit and it kind of sucked, but whatever, I mean, I don't know. I think you should still feel a little bad for doing something this stupid and playing playing some shit game that doesn't even fucking matter. But at the same time, like, just be a fucking normal person, and also just don't fucking like a Dragon Ishin just came out, or is it going to come out physically? And
like a Dragon Ishin just came out. If you're gonna have discourse about something, have discourse about someone that eventually leads into the westernization of Japan, I guess. Like,
here's
I don't
the
know.
Discourse. Here's the discourse about that game. I haven't played it yet, but I did see that apparently they censored the onsen scene. What the fuck?
Wow.
You don't get to see Kiryu's ancestor going full hog, slapping ass with the homies. Like, what's going on?
You can't see him do the walk?
I guess not.
Damn. You put 100,000 on that G.
You just don't see it. Someone's gonna have to draw it, I guess, now.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a part of that meme now.
That meme is so fucking funny.
It's great because it literally is just like, man, I wonder what this is from. You get just enough information, and then when you Google it, it's like, safe surf it. Like, I figured I'd do that during the day, and I'm like, man, like, I guess I have the animator. Safe search is off. Google tells me, and I'm like,
oh no.
Oh, okay, I heard you. Tell me less. And then I just close my tab.
God, yeah, just I was actually introduced to that just because a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber that I watch like retweeted somebody who made like a parody of him and like some of his friends who do like a series together, and him just being like, what the fuck is this from? And people like answering him, and then he was just like, oh no, okay, that makes it way funnier because yeah, this is a joke that this is precisely a joke that we would make about each other. Like, just God, so good, so funny.
Kiryu walks it like he stole it from the bank. And then Majima's eye patch spins around.
God.
But yeah, no, like don't actively purchase stuff from creators that actively have their assholes out.
Yes.
And are spewing transphobia. That's the easiest way to go about it. When stuff that has more like slippery slope of politics, I guess just like recognize where exactly you're getting the information from, and where exactly stuff comes in. Like, I don't know. Like, I also see the Ishin stuff come in with the resurgence of like the RRR is very nationalist take, which, yeah, like I'm not going to sit here and say that a like 3-hour movie about a specific subsect of leaders in the middle of like India's resistance against colonial rule also has other stakes into like its continual like propagation of the caste system and like what other like, opinions the director might have as well. There's a lot there that, one, as someone who, like, has maybe seen 3 movies to come out of India, one from Telugu, one from the more traditional Bollywood, and Slumdog Millionaire, I don't really have a horse in this race. That said, I, as an outsider, at least get when a movie says, hey, fuck England. And I think that is also the part that makes, like, when there is something that, at least more globally, people can assume, be like, yeah, you know what? I can at least get by that. Well, then you can go into the rest of it. The same thing here, like with Ishin. I have yet to play it. I have yet to see how particularly nationalist it gets. But here's the thing, like, I can at least take in the material that's coming from people that do know things, like, and at least have more understanding of what's going on. I'm also not thinking about it that deep, because this is by the same studio that made me fight a tiger as a guy from the Yakuza. Where, like, yeah, maybe the latest iteration does have a sequence where it's like, these kids are on phone too much and they don't understand what's going on. And Ichiban's like, that may be true. Still, like, there's a level of cutoff, and I think part of it is being able to say that, like, you cannot get all of your life's experience from a video game. Anyway, go buy this bundle.
Yeah.
You got, like, tarot assets, you got role-playing games, you got a lot of fun stuff in here.
There's all kinds of stuff for you to get into if you are in any form inclined to anything that is involved with that. So just go take a look. You might find something cool. Let's see. Here's an interesting one. So the Sami Council, who are a let me see here. It is basically a representative group of folks who usually, like, they're representative of the Sami people of let me see exactly where they're from. I got to do some googling. They are from the northern parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and, like, the north of Russia. So they are a native group up there, and they are requesting Square Enix remove the Final Fantasy XIV Far Northern attire and also open up a dialogue with the Sami people. It is a piece of clothing, a piece of an outfit that you can wear as your character in Final Fantasy XIV, and it's $18 That is a lot of money. I did not see that until just now. That's a lot of money for virtual clothing, but it is using their elements of the Sami cultural property, and Square Enix has infringed on their rights, as said by the president of the Sami Council, Aslat Holmberg. So here's another quote here. It is the position of the Sami that their collective and individual culture, including aesthetic elements, music, language, stories, histories, and other traditional cultural expressions, are property that belong to the Sami. Yeah, they're saying that it is not theoretical. This is something that they actually have legal, intellectual property laws, to ownership of this attire, of that style of clothing. So, yeah, Square Enix is gonna have to, either take it down, or they're gonna have to see him in court, because they have, like, actual, like this is not, guys, this is not theoretical. So this isn't even like oh man, it would be nice if you got rid of this. Like, no, you get rid of it, or we're gonna make you get rid of it. So
get rid of it. We make you get rid of it, or you pay us.
Yeah.
Which, very quick and concise terms to figure out there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I guess in a way, it's nice to see a big company get in trouble of cultural appropriation here, because they absolutely should have you know, control over the representation of their culture. But you know, it would be nice if there was, like, you know, healthy representation of those kinds of cultures too. Like, yeah, like showcase all these different kinds of cultures in this game. Like, let your character dress up in different ways, but again, do it in a respectful way with permission, that isn't just, hey, we just grabbed your clothing patterns and, you know, we're gonna sell it for $18 on the Mog station or whatever it's called. You know, maybe at least give them a cut. If you're gonna be charging that fucking much, give them a cut. That's probably the sanest thing to do.
It's like, I look at this and it really is funny that I just think about the version where they probably just went with more, like, you know, stuff that you could find at an Aeropostale.
Mm-hmm.
Or just a muted color palette. Yeah. And that'd totally be fine. But, you know, it's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll see how this shakes out in the future. Let's see here. There's here's a weird one. The trailer for the Tetris movie dropped. This is a movie starring Taron Egerton, who is playing Hank Rogers, who was the Nintendo representative that went over to Russia to try to hash out a deal for the publishing rights for Tetris outside of Russia, because that was the whole thing with Nintendo trying to get it for the Game Boy, to bundle it with the Game Boy. All of those problems. There is already a really, really good YouTube documentary by the gaming historian about how it all went down, and he even posted on Twitter saying, like, hey, yeah, we like I was you know, approached to help with the script for, like, different versions of this a couple of times because of my documentary, but he didn't actually help with this one. This definitely seems more dramatized, you know, like there's like car chases and like shit like that. And yeah, like from what the story from the story that gaming historian told, there definitely was some drama and intrigue going on, because yeah, like this was a, you know, like this is Nintendo of America. This was a Western capitalist business trying to work with the Soviet Union during, like, not like I wouldn't say like during the height of the Cold War, but at the very least like during the Cold War. And it was, you know, it was a difficult thread to get through, but you know, this definitely does seem a lot more dramatized and off the shits than it probably actually was. You know, like I don't know if Hank Rogers like ever got in a crazy ass car chase. I don't know about that. Like at the very least, not the one that this movie showed. But you know, it seems like it'll be at least a cool story, and it'll be something that, you know, like hey, this is a story from my industry that I can show people and be like, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Tetris, they had to go through a bunch of shit to get to put Tetris on a Game Boy, and now, you know, you can play Tetris on anything. I mean, I just think it's really funny that the trailer ends with fucking Hiroshi Yamaguchi, just like a really good representation of him, especially like knowing who that guy was, and just like how like rigid he was as the president, as the CEO of Nintendo at that time. Like, pretty good that he was just like, yeah, it's not bad, even though, like, you know, Tetris is one of the games of all time and, you know, made Nintendo so much fucking money. Like that's fun, you know, like I'm sure that the average like moviegoer or the average person watching this on Apple TV is gonna be like, all right, yeah, who the hell's this guy? But me knowing that, like, one of the stories of Hiroshi Yamaguchi is that you knew that he trusted you when he fell asleep in a meeting because that meant that he could just hand everything over to you. Like, that's just the kind of crazy shit that goes on in this story.
I'm trying to think about what other, like, for the most part, important in context, but, like, not really, like, big, momentous occasions you could dramatize into film. Like, I'm trying to think about, like, what if you did a whole, like, mini-series on Ted Woolsey figuring out how to, like, translate dialogue for those versions of Final Fantasy.
I could see a movie about the whole like Infinity Ward Activision like thing going down. Like there could just be a whole ass, at the very least there could be maybe like some sort of short mini series about it, just thinking, because I'm just thinking about when, you know, the Infinity Ward offices got raided and the cops had like a standoff
Right.
with the ghost statue because it was, you know, like a fucking masked up dude with a gun,
Yeah.
and they thought it was a
Yeah.
real dude. Like, yeah, shit like that could very easily be turned into something that I think folks would be interested in. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see. I want to see this movie, but also at the same time, like, I hope that once folks watch this film, that they also go and watch that Gaming Historian documentary, and also, I mean, check out that dude's other documentaries because there's a lot of cool shit on that YouTube channel. There's some crazy stories out there in the video game world. It's, you know, it's cool. It's cool that we're able to talk about them in a mainstream way. Maverick, you want to hit us with some games that you've been playing? What have you been up to? What's the games?
Yeah, so I mean, it was about a week ago that I started it. I beat Evil West.
Mm-hmm.
That is no longer in my hands. I dropped that in the mailbox yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good overall. Like, I think about the fact that by the end of it, you know, I was going through the motions of like getting through the various levels. I was like, you know, still kind of like interested in the story where it evolved into like, oh, whoops, your dad's kind of turning into a vampire now, but are you really ready to like accept that as, you know, your father's son?
Mm-hmm.
We got a little ragtag group of folks that are getting just jostled along by big business and bureaucracy. Uh, like small components that like again fit the aesthetic that this like game wants to hit overall. So it wasn't like fully uninteresting. The gameplay still works out. Like by the end of it, you also like your setup includes like a little flamethrower that you can just like use as like an enemy control, a Gatling gun, and a lot more upgrades. And I appreciate that this game doesn't expect you to unlock everything. Like you're not supposed to unlock everything unless you're doing like multiple replays, but rather it just says like, hey, you know, go with what you need the most. Like figure out your loadout, see what makes you specifically tick, and tweak it like that. There's like a perk later on that I got where it's like if I did like the uppercut into like the volleyball spike on enemies, they would explode into another.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could aim that and then they would like explode on impact. But for the last level, I ended up omitting that from my loadout, which worked out in the end because the last boss is just a big like monster type that you can just work your way through, and kind of like underwhelming, but at the same time it's like when I really think about it, I'm just like it's good. It is a good game to spend your time with. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't ask you to spend more time with it than like would be necessary. If you want to beat it more times, if you want to put more effort into it, like that's your prerogative, but it was nice to know that I had an ending in sight. I could get through it at my leisure, and when I finished up, you know, good time. And I could save space for more stuff. I wish more games were like that.
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, or a lot of these games that seem so expansive probably would do even better in this short-term package as a result.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's good to hear that there is just games out there that are those like, double A games. Cool that those still exist in some way. I wish they existed a little more. But
wish they existed a little more, wish they were maybe a little bit cheaper, but again,
yeah.
Not sponsored, but boy, am I glad that I could just sit here, take a week or two to get through it, and then just pack it along the way.
Be done. Be done with the game.
Be rid of a game. Do away with it in the nicest terms of that meaning.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of similar with Sakuna right now. I will say that I'm a bit in. I'm not close to the. I don't know how close I am to the end. I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I should be, but I will say my major gripe with the game is that it feels like it gets in its own way at times, because you level up by doing the rice farming, and then you go out into the world to like gather items and clear out areas so you can, grow more rice, and it's this feedback loop. But the actual like rice leveling you up does get a little bit in the way, just because there will be times where you get to a new spot, but the enemies are just too strong. They don't take that much damage. Like, that is the thing, is that it's less about skill at times, and more just, these are just damage sponges. It just takes way too long to kill these things. Until you level up enough to be at their level, and then they take normal amounts of damage. So, the fact that it is just completely tied to the rice is just like, well, now I just gotta wait until the rice is done being farmed, done growing, done being harvested, all that stuff. You have to do a ton of stuff. And then I can go to the next level. And it's like, no, I just want to go to the next level. I'm ready. I'm able. Let's go. So it does get in its own way a little tiny bit. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having a good time. There's still plenty of cool stuff to be had in that game. It is, it's a middle of the road, like AA sort of thing. It's good, but also I would say get it for like $15-$20. Don't go out of your way for it.
Right.
If you're
that makes sense.
If you're itching for Muramasa the Demon Blade on Switch, it is the closest thing to that is on the Switch, from what I know. I still think they should port Muramasa, but for now, we do have Sakuna. It's on like everything else too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's got a pretty wide release.
Mm-hmm.
That I should actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to put that on my queue.
There you go. Nice. Let's see here. More news. YouTube's CEO, Susan... Oh boy, I apologize. Wojcicki. I'm just guessing for that one. I apologize. Has stepped down after 9 years. The CEO. She will be replaced by Neil Mohan. Basically her second in command there. She's been in charge of like a lot there for YouTube. She was one of Google's first employees, one of the like most prominent women in tech. Just a very layered individual too, though, because with all the good that YouTube does out there, all the cool stuff that happens on there, there's still all the different problems that exist on there. All the algorithm issues, all the YouTube Kids problems, just it's a great place to watch things. It's a great place to create things, but it is also a very frustrating place to be as a creator. So we'll see how YouTube changes, but for now, it is going to be in new hands very soon. And once this Mohan guy takes the reins, I guess we'll see how it changes, if at all.
I mean, the main thing people are seeing is that he is a noted NFT shill.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, that sucks ass.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fucking blow. It's butt.
Mhm.
It is annoying that people in charge of this stuff that is often in use um they're all ass. Just for example, you know, oh no, you can't use a text message two-factor authentication. Apparently, that's not that great anymore. I'm learning that even. Go get an authenticator app, and you can
Some,
just use that for a bunch of places.
yeah. Sometimes people who are fucking idiot assholes inadvertently do something that helps, but
Again, it's the ProZD sketch of like the villain who ends up helping you out.
mhm.
You just fixed my shoulder.
Thank you.
As I
We
do
got
my fucking Biden blast.
there's a new European game dev fund that has just recently started. It's an early stage investment fund here that they are hoping to invest into different studios, different developers, like indie devs, et cetera, to help them create games, to help them, publish them, and just all around support game devs. It says here that their investments will range from around 107,000 US dollars to 535,000 US dollars, case by case. Just a good way to support European game dev, big and small. That's a cool thing to do for folks who are trying to create over there. Things like that should exist everywhere. There should be places, should be ways for game devs to live off of their work without having to worry about everything falling apart.
Damn straight. I wish more availability was to that. Norco apparently was made in part with the funding of a grant, if I remember correctly.
Right.
I mean, hey, if we can get more of that, love to fund the arts, love to support the arts.
Absolutely. Do you want to just knock out the other news things, and then we can kind of just go? All right, yeah, here.
Yeah,
We'll touch on the heavier bit real quick. So Hoyoverse, the folks behind Genshin Impact, have said that they will be recasting the English voice for Tainari. Because the current voice actor has faced allegations of sexual misconduct with the game's fans. There's a document that came out that basically just said that dude was going around using his status as a Genshin Impact voice actor to try to do sexual exchanges, etc., like through Discord and Instagram. So voice actor who was Tainari is out, and I mean the good news is that Genshin did very quickly respond to this. Like it was like maybe like a couple of days after this document came out. A lot of the other voice actors and even the voice director were coming together to be like, yeah, get this guy out of here. And to MiHoYo's credit, they booted the dude like pretty immediately. So they are going to work on replacing the in-game voices that are already there, and for any future appearances of the character will be voiced by somebody else as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, like not really anything else beyond that. Just it's horrible that people are using their platform as, like a voice actor for a popular game to try to get in with people in that way. But again, thankfully,
if I had $1 for each time that happened, I could buy myself a coffee, probably. 2 coffees, maybe.
pretty easily, most likely, which sucks. But again, thankfully, MiHoYo has taken a pretty quick and firm stance against it. So, good on that.
Yeah, fucking the week that this comes out. I'm sorry, this is more anime adjacent, but that fucking the Toonami announcing that goddamn One Piece Dragon Ball Z Toriko crossover getting a dub finally.
So many reasons why that's boneheaded. Like it's like it is in the grand scheme of things, like, more important that, like, yeah, the Toriko guy is a piece of shit fucking sex offender, but also, like, now.
Well, because it's like the dub is finally catching up on itself, and so they are in Punk Hazard, but also no one asked for this.
No, yeah, nobody fucking cares.
Nobody for years. One Piece fans kept the fuck silent about a comic they barely remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
very odd.
Gonna beat him with hammers.
Absolutely. And to wrap it up, Ubisoft has said that, quote, if E3 happens, they will be there.
All right, one confirmed.
Everyone else is saying nah, but Ubisoft said, yeah, no, we're gonna be there. E3 2023. Didn't
they try doing an Ubisoft Direct or something?
Yeah, I mean, they're probably gonna do that, but they'll probably just be there too. They'll have some form of, show presence for people who are there.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Skull and Bones there at least. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Hey-oh.
I don't know. It's gonna be whatever. Like, yeah, E3 is happening this year, but at what cost?
Like, the cost of nobody interested.
Yeah. Nobody cares. But what I care about here is a little game about an Italian man on a mission.
That's right. First time
actually,
you hear me excited about an Italian.
Actually, 2 games that star an Italian man on a mission.
The other one's questionable.
Because I've been playing Pizza Tower and Wario Land 3 pretty much back to back. So Pizza Tower is the new Wario Land-like that came out, indie game. And Wario Land 3 is an actual Wario Land game. And they're both really good, but for very different reasons, I would say. Pizza Tower is very specifically Wario Land 4. Like, it has the similar combat. It has the, you have to go into a level, complete a task, and then get out before the time limit runs out. Wario Land 3 is a Game Boy Color game, but I think that the way that they handle it is pretty neat, in that the game is chopped up into, like, much smaller intervals, to facilitate shorter bouts of play. So the main conceit is that as Wario, you're going around collecting treasures to upgrade your abilities and to also open up new areas on the map. So as you do that, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I like, the first treasure you get is just an axe, and you use that to cut down some thicket so you can go to the next area, and then it opens up 2 new spots, and then you'll go into each of the new spots and you'll collect 2 pieces of, like, a tablet, and then you put those tablets together. It lets you open up a door to the next area. That sort of thing goes down. And then the neat thing, too, is that each world has 4 treasures in it. So it'll be like, okay, yeah, like, there's another treasure I could get in this world, but I can't get it until I get this upgrade. So it's a linear Metroidvania, I would say. It is straight up just like, you go into the world, you unlock the treasure, it lets you go to the next area. It is a very linear Metroidvania. I still dig it, though. I'm having a good time with it. It's very simple, but again, it is a Game Boy Color game. I would still recommend folks check it out, especially because it's on Switch Online also. So you could just play it on your Switch if you wish. But Pizza Tower is really fucking cool. It's hilariously animated. The gameplay is fast and polished and second to none. Peppino is a hysterical main character, just like immediately everyone just gravitated towards this weird, anxious, angry little Italian man who wants to save his pizzeria from being destroyed by the pizza tower. It's hilarious. It is a cool, fun game. Yeah, you've been playing a good amount of it too, Maverick. If you have anything that you want to specify as well.
No, I mean, like, my thoughts on it still stand. I still need to finish it. I've been kind of like, I've been kind of leaving it in the back burner as we get to other stuff, but luckily it is also small enough that I'm going to be away for a little bit, so I can just have it on my laptop and probably eke out the rest of it. It's a lot of fun. Are you still in the first floor? Where are you at?
I am on I've unlocked the second floor, but I haven't really done it yet because I started to try to like go through the first levels to get better times and.
Oh, are you already trying
scores.
to S&P rank everything?
I mean, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm good enough to do that yet, but I just, I walking by a door and seeing it say like C or B, I've just been like, no, I need to at least get an A rank because I know I can do that. So S and P might be a little out of my reach so far, but for now, I definitely want to just, do my best, learn the game, polish it up because yeah, I had a little bit of trouble with the first boss, but then once I like understood how to do it, it does just feel good to go through the motions and play through that game. Like it is a very slick, very like action oriented, just fun game. Like I fucking love Pizza Tower. It is super super cool.
Check it out if you haven't. I literally bought a shirt for it already. Like. America loves Peppino.
Yeah. I love Peppino. I love to see him. All the fan art that people have been making that is just like all the silly crossovers. It's incredible. It's so good just because like they decided to put Mort the Chicken from PS1 game Mort the Chicken in this game. It's like, well, the floodgates are open now, so Peppino can appear in anything and it would work.
I liked the one I saw of him, like, crossed over with one of the Umineko characters.
Yeah, I really want to see anxious, angry Peppino having to deal with, like, getting grilled by Beatrice. Just, oh, Mamma Mia, leave me alone, lady. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody died? Oh, no.
Oh, little Gustavo Battler.
I'll say it again in pizza sauce red. Your pizza is horrible. And he's just like, no. We love Peppino. Truly.
Everybody loves Peppino. That's the thing. It all comes full circle.
It does. It really does.
Nah, you don't understand.
God. Yeah, Maverick just posted a meme that is just just the cheeked up Peppino making a run for it, and all the Toppins following along dutifully, as they should.
You put 100 toppings on that pizza.
All right. Well, we're done with the main thrust of the pod here. So let's try to scrape through as many of these questions as we can because there's a lot here. So let's hop in. I'm just going to start from the top here. Let me see here. If you want to send a question, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like this right here. Okay, this one is just, what's your favorite dog in a game? This is from Anonymous. What is your favorite dog in a game?
God, that's a good question. What is my favorite dog in a game?
Mm-hmm.
Arog from Shadow of the Colossus.
It's a good one. Favorite? I mean, Ghost Trick is on people's minds. Missile's definitely up there.
I think once I play Ghost Trick, Missile will be up there for me, but since I haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, God, what? I know that there are plenty of dogs in games. Boney from Other 3.
That's a good one. Inugami from SMT. That's a good weird looking dog. Demon.
Koromaru from Persona 3.
Koromaru, yeah. Good one too. Pascal the dog from SMT1.
Amaterasu. There now remembering. Amaterasu, great dog.
Great dog. We love Amy
The
in here.
dog from A Duck's Life.
What a fucking insane game that was.
Who actively has a kill count?
Yeah. There is Tama from Sakuna, your like little buddy, your little floating like green dog guide. He's pretty good. We could shout out all the Pokemon dogs, I mean, Arcanine is really good in competitive Pokemon right now. I was watching the Oceania International this weekend. Arcanine's showing up. Arcanine's doing real good right now, so that's cool to see.
Yeah. Garurumon is technically a dog.
Kinda is, yeah. I mean, God, you ever think about how Gabumon is like a weird lizard that's wearing a Garurumon fur, and then it just digivolves into Garurumon? That's so weird.
Yeah. But like it works still.
It does. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's crazy. That's a very inspired design for sure.
Yeah.
The Duck Hunt dog. I played as you talk as much shit as you want about the Duck Hunt dog. That was my main in Smash 4. I played as Duck Hunt in Smash 4.
I feel like a part of me really wanted to be Duck Hunt dog as a main, and it just never. I don't know. Also, the fact is that I just never really had a lot of like time to really get it to Smash competitively.
Yeah.
But Wolf-Link, that's a good dog.
Yeah, good dog. Wolf O'Donnell from Star Fox. It's kind of
that's
dog.
a redeemed dog. I think so.
Let's see your next question. Someone I think just sent in a bunch of questions about trains. What's your favorite train game? What is your favorite game revolving around a train? Top 10 train games. If you think about it, isn't a car a train? Thank you for your questions, but yeah, I don't fucking know about all this. I mean, the only train games I could think of are like the Densha de Go games. I haven't played one of those yet, but I might do it soon because apparently there is a machine at the one of the other arcades near me. So I want to check that out for sure.
True as a Cold Steel, good train game. Don't come at me, the haters of that series. Also, because I haven't played Through Sky and Crossbell yet, so maybe they are better, but I don't know. I'm not a hater like that. Spirit Tracks, I don't know. Maybe that's a good game. Maybe it's not. I haven't played it. Cars are not trains. Cars are their own thing. Yes. They are, unfortunately, a bedrock of the current American infrastructure, but they themselves, I do not believe, are inherently evil. The want to, pursue speed is not a villainous thing. Rather, it is the idea that we need to have one specific reliance on transportation, and one that so specifically is feeding into consumerism is where I stand on it. Trains are cool. Planes, trains, automobiles. Starring Steve Martin and John Candy. Shame that never got a tie-in game.
Yeah, where's the official train? There's the 3 routes you could take, the 3 different the trains, planes, automobiles routes you could take on your quest to romance John Candy.
Exactly. Dragon Quest IX has a train in it, but it doesn't really feature prominently.
Let's see here. What's next? Okay, I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna Google it before I read it. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that means. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Okay, this is just someone asking us for advice on a game that I don't know what it is. Um, yeah, don't send us in questions about mobile games that we don't know about. Like, this is not an advice. This is not a game help podcast. This is just a hanging out, we're chatting about dumb shit podcast.
My
Okay,
advice is play more games.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. Let's see. Anonymous asks, why did Dr. Wily invent Charge Man to disguise as a train when he's the size of a man? Because
It wasn't a
looks cool.
disguise, it was theming.
Yeah, it's theme. And he looks cool. Charge Man looks cool. Was that Mega Man 8? Mega Man 5.
Mega Man 5.
Mega Man 5's good. Mega Man 5's good. Mega Man and base CD data. I'm just looking at his Mega Man wiki page right now. There's some info on here, you know. There he is in a Mega. Oh yeah, he's got a cameo in Mega Man 8. There he is. Yeah, it's a theme. It's theming, not a disguise. Okay. Here's a question here. So, from Cello Buster. Too many Nintendo Directs. Time for a Nintendo Indirect. What game that was not mentioned in the latest Direct are you most looking forward to? I mean, you know, Metro Prime 4 still needs to get updates, but you know, everything else I think is just like stuff that hasn't been announced at all.
What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Put Spark on the Switch.
The Electric Jester?
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of games that I would say definitely need to get console ports. I mean, yeah, we're just talking about it. Fucking Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower would do great on Switch. I'd probably double dip even. Physical copy. I was gonna say come on limited run, but you know, I'd rather it just come out in a way that's normal. I'd rather not be rushed to purchase a game, much like Peppino rushing down the final the lap to get home. I don't want to rush like that. Otherwise, yeah, you know, like I mean, I thought that Nintendo Direct made me very happy. I don't really need to see too much else. I mean, you know, like if Baten Kaitos does well, I hope they do a Xenosaga collection of some sort. That would be nice, so I don't have to spend $300 on Xenosaga 3, even though I have 1 and 2 already. I just, you know, I'll take it.
I'm excited for whenever they add some dang double dash tracks to the expansion pass.
Yeah, that's a good answer as well. That's a good one. Let's see here. We get another one from Cello Buster. Oh, another animal question. Asking which horse is the best in video games. A good horse is hard to come by. I'm gonna Google video game horses. Video game horse.
Again, Arug is like my go-to there. Torrent, pretty solid second.
Mm-hmm. Roach from Witcher. You know, we always love Roach. I'm whoever wrote this, fucking butt stallion from Borderlands on this list. Kiss my ass. Hudson Horstachio from Viva Pinata. That's a good one. Again, the Pokemon horses. You know, you got your Rapidash, your Mudsdale. Those are good ones. D-Horse. Yeah, there's no other horse out there that you can just press a button to make it shit.
Oh, yeah.
The Pets horses, too, that I'm seeing that you could buy from Walmart for $52 right now. All the horse racing games that you see in the import section of the Super Nintendo games when you go to the retro game store. Those are horses. What enemy from an RPG would you like to share an evening of conversation in a bar over a few beers with? This is also from Anonymous. An RPG enemy. So, I mean, I don't know if they're asking about like a final boss, like main antagonist, or just like a goon. Because I want to hang out with Hell House from Final Fantasy VII. I want to figure out what the hell is going on with that house. It's a
That'd
house.
be pretty fun.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with the house? Maverick, what's your answer?
Oh man, what is my answer? An enemy that like I would really want to just like hang out with. You know what? Give me one of the Earthbound enemies. I can't think of anyone in particular.
You know, New Age retro hippies got some shit to say.
Yeah, and it'll depend on how that night goes. But that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. I gotta hear from oh my god, yeah, I'm blanking on like all kinds of character names. In Earthbound enemies. Once again, just Googling shit. I think Master Belch would probably be a bad.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here. The no good fly. That's a good enemy. The worthless protoplasm. Figure something out with him. Rambling evil mushroom. You could probably get a good conversation out of the rambling evil mushroom.
Yeah.
Would you hang out with the Starman?
Maybe. It's a very. We just got to see how it's going, you know.
Right. Of course.
Give me a beers with I'm trying to think of all the RPG enemies out there. Who's a baddie? Oh fuck. RPG video game women. Characters, female antagonists. Thank you, Giant Bomb. Oh, this is too many people I don't know.
Who the hell are you, ma'am?
Any of the lady demons when they are enemies in an SMT game.
There you go. I think we figured it out there.
Because in the beers is basically the demon negotiation.
Yeah, ma'am. I listen. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I want to fuse you with one or two other demons to create some form of to create a demon that is sitting on a toilet who has very good magic. That's what I'm trying to figure out with you right now. Let's nail this down.
This is gonna happen or not? What's good?
Okay, Anonymous asks, if game consoles had various scents, what would you pick? Okay, so I guess it's like we have to assign scents to game consoles and then choose which one we would want to have based on their scent.
Or I read this as like instead of like color variants, it was the console, but
okay. I love a vanilla. I love a vanilla smell, like, you just smell a little vanilla extract or something. Or cinnamon. I put cinnamon in everything. But then again, would I want to do that because then I might get sick of the smell? So that's a difficult question. I don't want to pick something that I like too much because then I might get sick of it.
Yeah, like that is the other part of just like getting something that, because for me, like I might like do a lavender. I feel like I gravitate a lot towards lavender, but I don't know. My other thought would be like one of those Yankee Candle scents that it's like it's not it's like autumn breeze or something. Where, because my thought of it as well is that like it's probably going on while the fan's running. And so if you have something that like tends to overheat, like PS4, I would want something that is like low profile.
Right.
And so I might I might put that with like a pine or like like something that like is a good ambience.
For sure. Yeah, something that isn't overpowering, because once it is, then you're gonna notice it a little too much.
Yep.
For sure. All right. I mean, I think we've hit a lot of the ones that I think are worth checking out here. Thank you all for your questions. It's interesting. It's an interesting phenomenon to have a batch of questions and then be like, these are the ones that we want to answer, and not just like, it's nice to have a choice this time, I guess I should say. So thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for all the effort that went into that. And Maverick, thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course. Always.
If you want to continue to support our stuff, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. It's not just that. Okay, let me do that again. If you want to continue to support our stuff, it's videogamechoochoo.com. You can go there on our website, and there's all kinds of stuff on there. We got our articles. We're working on Game of the Year. I don't know when that's going to be done, but it should be soon-ish.
More or less everything is like set.
The pieces are together.
Now it's just figuring out how to roll things out, basically.
Yeah, we just have to actually place them together in a way that makes sense. We will figure that out. We will have announcements for that soon. And if you want to keep track of all the announcements, you can go to Video Game Choo Choo's Twitter account, which is @VGCC. We have our Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. You can put a /ask at the end of it to ask a question. Facebook.com/videogamechoochoo, YouTube.com/videogamechoochoo, and Twitch.tv/VGCC. You'll probably want to subscribe to that, just to let you know. That's something you'll probably want to be aware of very soon. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC. Donate just $3 a month for all of our stuff early and involved. So if we make more content that is exclusive on there, you'll get it. $3 a month. Boom. Got it. Discord is thegamezone.zone. Type that into a web browser. It'll bring you straight there. You have our music, our theme song from Melt Channel /Magic Circuit, our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. And Maverick, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter over at MavSplainingMania. That's at MavSplaniamania. For the next week or so, probably a little bit later, I am going to be back with my folks. Just taking some time away from the city for a bit. Probably won't be active on podcasts and whatnot just because of placing, but I'll be around there most likely.
Sure. You can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI, and I'll just be posting. I don't know. That's just how it is on there. But I'll be hanging out. I'm wherever. I'm working, but I'm here. But that'll do it. Thank you so much, Maverick, for being on here, and thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. So long.